Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Rebuild series. This is He's Dope, and today we're going to be focusing on money making. So, I've done the preparations, I've got everything unlocked, so now I can go collect Morton Fungus. Collecting Morton Fungus is about 2 mil GP per hour deadman mode, which when you convert that to O7, you're going to be looking at 4 to 5 mil O7 an hour, depending on how much you sell this for and what the swap rate's going for. Swap rate's pretty active right now at around 2.2, 2.3. If you get lucky, you can get up to 2.5. The method I'm going to be using to collect Morton Fungus is actually pretty simple. It's also a very cheap method. I'm really only spending money on runes to teleport down here. Everything else, like banking and getting more prayer, I'll be doing for completely free using items that I have unlocked through questing or doing diaries. The Arty Cloak 1 teleports me directly to the Ardone Monastery, which has an altar there that I can use for free to get my prayer back. And then I can also use my Grand Tree Seed Pod to teleport back to the Gnome Stronghold to bank cheaply. Every run, I'm collecting 24 fungus, I believe. I think it's 25, actually. I'm collecting 25 fungus right now every run. And then it takes about a minute per run. So 1,000 fungus is going to take me under an hour. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward till I finish the first 3 runs where I need to go get prayer. I'll be using the Arty Monastery right here in a second to refill my prayer. It is kind of dangerous. It's important to look out when I first tele in for PKers, and I've got that Stronghold Seed Pod ready to go if I have to tele out instantly. I'm also going to put away my sickle so no one really sees exactly what I'm doing. If people see me with that sickle, they're kind of going to get the idea that I'm collecting Morton Fungus. I don't believe there's any other use for it. Collecting Morton Fungus is not the most fun thing to do in this game. There's definitely things that are a lot more enjoyable that will make you money. This was just my best idea to do something that I could do with absolutely nothing and still make a decent amount of money. My goal right now is to go ahead and sell as much fungus as I can so that I'll be able to afford equipment to do barrows. I want to buy a trident. I need to get some charges. I need to buy some food, some pea pots, and things like that. So I've gone ahead and fast forward to when we finish 1,000 Morton Fungus. I actually got a little over. I started doing 24, so I got an odd number. But we're going to go ahead and head over to the not the Grand Exchange, V East. It's as good as the Grand Exchange, right guys? Yeah. On here, everyone uses auto chat to sell stuff, so you're going to want to make sure you turn that on. And I'm going to set a filter to make sure no one else is selling Morton Fungus currently. I really don't think anyone is, but it is good to make sure, want to see if anyone else is on your turf right now. But yeah, so I'm going to set my auto chat, sell some Morton Fungus, see how long it takes me. Shouldn't take too long. Morton Fungus is decently in demand, and if you can't sell any immediately, you can always drop your price. Someone's going to want to make a quick merge and buy a ton of the stuff. Alright, so we have our first buyer. Oops, he's decided he wants to buy some good old Morton Fungus. Sell him 200. That'll get us some starting cash. I can go ahead and start buying supplies while I wait for a little bit more to sell. This is a time when I would definitely have to say I recommend having a mule or at minimum an alt that you will use to bank stand and sell stuff. It is so convenient to have another account stand around and sell stuff while you can go out and do your own thing. You don't have to be stuck here at Varric East wasting all this time. It's a lot of people did that in the beginning and wasted so much time, didn't have alts. Now, everyone has an alt, and it's something very important to do. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and buy some raw sharks. I'm going to need to make my own food right now, or at least cook it. It's much cheaper than buying it pre-cooked by someone else, and I do have 98 cooking as is, so I can put on my cooking gauntlets and go cook some sharks on the lawn that I'll be using at Barrows. While this is a little more time consuming, I can still stand around and advertise my Morton Fungus. Maybe someone will come up and trade me while I'm doing this. I'm not exactly wasting time right now. Except, it would be nice to have an alt to do all of this while I did other things. Which eventually I will start using another account to sell stuff in Varric and also hold some of my valuables that I don't need at the time. This would be considered muling. They've said muling is bannable, but they have not done anything about it in 2 years. I don't think they're going to start doing anything about it anytime soon. Other supplies I'm going to need to collect before going to Bears is going to be more runes to teleport down there. I'm going to need charges for a trident, which I'll buy eventually. The trident itself, I've got to find someone selling one. They're going for about 800 to 900k. Hopefully I get one decently cheap. And I'm just going to go ahead and get some other gear. I do need a helm of Nati's Knot. And here we have the last of the Morton Fungus being sold. I just want to get rid of it all right now, so go ahead and afford the trident. Ritz here wanted to go ahead and make a nice merch. I sold them all for 1.5k each just to get them gone. I even gave them a little bit better deal than that. But what does it matter? It took me all of an hour to gather that much. It's still making an insane amount of money for so little requirements. I mean, Morton Hard wasn't that little of a requirement, but anyone can do it. Doesn't require that much talent. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and charge my trident, nice and hidden away upstairs, and then I am now geared to go do barrows. I've got a D-skim, got my defender out, I got my fire cape. Yeah, I didn't take the time to go get another fire cape. This could easily be replaced with any cape that gives prayer bonus or defense. Whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you if you want to put in the time to get a fire cape, but it is the better cape. So I'm going to walk out of Varrock, make it look like I'm not doing barrows, but I'm definitely going to tell you into barrows. I'm ready to tell you out if anyone comes, and then I'm just going to go on with my barrows run. I brought a spade with me because there are spades that spawn here, but that's the best way to get yourself killed if someone's waiting for you and you don't get the insta-telly. You want to make sure you've got a spade with you. Right here, I'm prey flicking augury, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need the mage bonus. Augury does not increase my max hit. There's absolutely no reason for me to prey flick augury. I'm almost never going to splash. I'm just going to be wasting my time and concentration. Barrows is actually somewhat AFK. It's never a good idea to AFK in deadman mode, but not going to lie, I've done a lot of Barrows chest and definitely looked away a few times and just come back and wait for stuff to be done. Not going to pay full attention all the time. Right here, I am flicking piety. Just trying to save a little bit of prayer and also kill Arams as quickly as I can. I don't recommend using Dragon Skin with her against Arams. I think a crossbow with some like runite or adamant bolts would have been much better. A whip isn't bad, but also DDS specking out Arams is a much better plan. I believe later I come back and I just start DDSing Arams. I super pot before I come, and it's much faster. Also, you can one tick, but it's not really necessary. You're gonna lose prayer doing this anyways. And also, a lot of these brothers don't actually hit very high. So if you do run out of prayer, at least when you're down the tunnel, I normally will just tank it. So that's 2 brothers down. I'm just gonna keep going along. You can use a trident for almost every brother. Mage bonus, like I said, it's not necessary. All the brothers have like 0 or negative mage defense. As long as you're not negative 65 mage bonus, you'll pretty much hit this thing. Verax, I still always pray melee. I don't know if it breaks through your defense every single time he swings, or if prayer does anything at all against him. It's just my own superstition, I guess. I'm always going to pray melee against him. Something that is important to do sometimes is to pray melee as you come up out of these barrows mounds. People will double claw you. Claws are a thing in deadman mode now. There's actually 4 pairs in the game. It's important to be safe, to say the least. I myself have killed many a people because I had someone else scout them, or I saw them going in the mound right as I came up, and then when they came up the top, I just double clawed them out. Easy bank loot. So this is the last brother. Carol should be my tunnel. These runs have been averaging me about 6 minutes per run. I'm not going to show every run that I do. I'll just mainly show when I get some good loots or some weird loots. Like if I get frickin' only coins or something ridiculous, I'll probably show it. I'm not going to sit here and upload 6 minutes of me doing barrows every single episode. It's important to go ahead and get that 100% reward potential. I want to get all the runes that I possibly can. That's where actually a lot of the money that I'm going to make from barrows is going to come from. I have no guarantee that I'm going to get good items, but I do have a almost guarantee that I'm going to get a lot of runes. You'll get death runes, you'll get blood runes, you'll get chaos runes. Chaos runes, I actually later on, you do something with them. So I'll save that though for now. But also, I do tend to sell a lot of the runes right now while I'm getting starter gear, And I do have plans to do other things other than Barrows. Barrows is something that you can come back to, though. It's kind of entertaining. You do have a decent chance at getting an item. Right now, Aram's goes for almost 3 mil a piece. Carol's top is almost 4 mil. It's something that you just kind of taking luck of the draw, and it's a little bit better than a normal drop rate of NPCs. So, like, new Wyverns are coming out. They drop that shield, which is going to be worth a lot of money, but it's going to be 1 in 10,000. It's 1 in 18 to get an item here at Barrows. So that's really not bad. We'll see right here. I'm about to open up the chest, see if I got any luck. It's unlikely. I'm pretty sure I don't. Just going to get the same normal double runes. You'll see in the chat, if I ever enable game chat, you'll see some of them that show that I get double runes because I have Morton Legs 3 on. But as you can tell, I got some death runes. 300 death runes. They go for 400 each, or not 300 each. That's a 90k drop right there. If I do 10 chests an hour, I'm making it minimum 1 mil. I have the spec pool in my house, so I can instantly tally out and start again. So that's going to conclude it for this episode. Next episode, I will have highlights and other things from my adventures.